In this video, I'm about to show you exactly why electric vehicles will soon be at price parity in North America, Europe, Australia, everywhere around the world within only 2 years. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking, great to see you. Welcome to the new subscribers, welcome back. Everyone else, as you can see, smile on my face for sure. Why? Because, bringing this kind of information to you guys, it does make me happy. Why? Well, right now, we do have a problem. We have a very serious problem. Well, two parts to this problem. The first one is EVs are too expensive. Yes, I know cost of ownership is lower. That's true. It's a fact. But you got to remember that to buy one in the first place, you need more money. So you need to come up with more money to begin with. Although, yes, you're going to get more back. That's true. But obviously, if we can bring EVs down in initial purchase price to being the same or cheaper than internal combustion engine vehicles, then they're an absolute no-brainer for everyone, even idiots. Yeah, even idiots. Yeah, I'm calling it. If you don't like electric cars, you're just an idiot. Anyhow, the other reason, right? There is not enough electric cars. There's not. I know General Motors can't give away the Chevy Bolt EUV. I don't know why, but if you think I'm crazy, I'll put a link in the description below to my video about that. But frankly, there's just not enough EVs. Here in Australia, there's nowhere near enough. In North America, there's nowhere near enough. In Europe, there's nowhere near enough EVs. In China, there's a lot of them, still not enough. Otherwise, BYD wouldn't have a 500,000 order backlog. There's nowhere near enough EVs globally. These two problems, they're not really problems. They're just like temporary problems. Both of these things will change within the next few years. How do I know this? Well, I know this for a fact. I've made a lot of predictions on this channel. I'm not afraid to say I've been right on most of them. The most recent one that I was right on is NIO assembling and selling its electric cars in America, which is pretty much confirmed is happening. That's been confirmed within the last 24 hours. What else has been confirmed? Well, the IEA, the International Energy Agency, have done some work. Good to see, guys. You're doing some hard work there. And they've given us some numbers here. In China, EVs cost only 10% more across the entire market than internal combustion engine vehicles. Now, in many cases, they're cheaper. In some cases, they're more expensive. It really depends. But the truth is that EVs in general in China are more premium. They are. I mean, look, we've got XPeng, right? They sell premium vehicles. NIO, they sell premium vehicles. I mean, even BYD sells premium vehicles now. There's lots of premium vehicle manufacturers in the EV space because you can make a greater margin. So realistically, is this 10% increase in cost for electric vehicles true? I don't think it is. But let's just say it is. 10% more is nothing. And what is so cool about this is the fact that if they are this price in China, how long do you think it'll take before the same thing happens everywhere? Europe, North America, Australia. I keep on saying Australia. I know no one cares about Australia, but I do because I'm from Australia. Well, it's not going to take long at all. Why? Couple of reasons. We won't need as many batteries. People keep saying, oh, we don't have enough batteries. Oh, we don't have enough batteries. And people keep sulking about not having enough batteries. I understand. Remember though, battery energy density is rapidly improving. For example, within the last 24 hours, Volkswagen's battery partner has confirmed their new batteries will have 360 watt per kilogram energy density. That's up from 210 to 360. That means you need probably around half the batteries in your car, right, to get a similar range because you're reducing the weight. Reduce the amount of batteries, reduce the amount of weight. Probably only going to need half the number of batteries. If you're using those batteries from Goshon High Tech and they're going to mass manufacture these batteries, you're going to need about half the batteries. Now, the same thing goes for lithium iron phosphate batteries. For those of you clowns saying lithium iron phosphate batteries are not great, they're not the future, they're not this, please, I beg you, don't email me. Do some research. Just do it. Look at the companies. Look at Goshon High Tech's LFP. Look at CALB's batteries. Look at CATL's batteries. Look at what they have coming by the end of this year. The energy density of those batteries will be greater than the energy density of current lithium ternary batteries, meaning NMCA chemistry, NCA chemistry, etc., etc. What does this mean for LFP cars? This means that middle of next year, definitely end of next year, market-wide, vehicles with LFP batteries will also need significantly less batteries. Significantly less batteries means what? The cost comes down further. Mass producing batteries, the more we make, right? The more we make, the cheaper they become. And I understand the metals, the minerals, etc. have gone up in price. However, companies are working out strategies to get around this. Obviously, one of those ways is LFP batteries, which don't use nickel. They don't use cobalt, right? They don't use aluminium. LFP batteries are the perfect solution. Higher energy density LFP batteries will bring the cost of vehicles down significantly. What else is going to change? Well, like I just said, NIO is bringing their cars to America. Who else is doing it? Well, first of all, let's have a look at who's going to Europe. BYD, they're going to Europe and Australia and other countries as well. Then you got MG, they're already in Europe. NIO, Xpeng, Leapmotor, Aeon, Volvo and Polestar, which will be manufactured in China. That's going to bring the cost down as well. WM Motor, BAIC, ArcFox, even Hi-Fi. You know, there's going to be so many Chinese brands selling their electric cars all over the world within the next 5 years that you look back at this period in time and you'll think, wow, what a change the market is now. We have so much more choice. Oh, I'm also forgetting. I didn't mention Aura or Zeekr. There you go. I'm sure there's other brands that I haven't even thought of right now, but many more are coming. Now, as reported by the CNV Post, in China, the median price of electric vehicles is only 10% higher than conventional offerings, compared with 45 to 50% higher in other major markets. Now, in China, sales of EVs almost tripled to 3.3 million in 2021. And this accounted for about half of the global total. So, half of the world's electric vehicles were built in China. This year, it's even more than half. EV sales in Europe increased 65% to 2.3 million in 2021. In the US, they more than doubled to 630,000. Interestingly, government support has played a pretty big role in this. Not all of it, but a pretty big role. Total public spending on subsidies for electric cars and incentives doubled to nearly $30 billion in 2021. China produces 3/4 of all lithium batteries in the world, and it has 70% of the cathode production capacity and 85% of the anode production capacity, both of which are important components of batteries according to the report. In 2021, more than half of all EVs were assembled in China, and China is poised to maintain its manufacturing dominance. In addition to that, it's worth considering this. When people say there's not enough batteries in the world, they're right. But if you look at the world's plans for batteries, battery facilities, battery production over the next 5 years, they are absolutely monstrous. There will be at least 30 times more batteries being produced yearly in only 5 years' time from now. That is my prediction, at least 30x. The number of battery factories being built globally around the world goes up every single month. It's insane. It's insane how fast these battery factories are being built in China. Absolutely crazy. Now, you're probably saying, but there's not enough lithium. You know, you can see I'm sick of hearing these complaints. Don't complain. Don't complain. Really, focus on the positive. What's the positive here? There are so many new lithium mines. A new lithium mine opened literally last week in Australia that provides electric vehicle grade lithium. There's lithium mines opening all around the world within the next few years. Do you think that mining companies are not going, very nice here. What are we going to do? How are we going to make some money? Everyone wants lithium. They know exactly what's going on. They're opening mines left, right, and center. But eventually, we'll no longer need any lithium mined at all. Why is this? Well, eventually, all lithium will be recycled. In addition to that, remember, lithium iron phosphate batteries will last, on average, now, for around 1 million or more kilometers. It's insane. Battery packs are getting better and better, but eventually those packs will wear out. And then what will happen? Well, they'll be recycled. Why? Because recycled battery materials are actually worth more than new battery materials. And because actually, it's not that hard to do. Recycling companies are doing it already. In the short term, the biggest obstacles to continued strong global EV sales are soaring prices for some key minerals necessary for battery manufacturing, as well as supply chain disruptions caused by the Russian attack on Ukraine and the ongoing COVID-19 lockdowns in some parts of China. However, all of this will be solved within the next few years. In the long run, though, greater efforts will be needed to roll out sufficient charging infrastructure to meet the expected growth in EV sales, says the IEA. But remember, when we first started driving around petrol cars, gas-powered cars, was there gas stations everywhere? Absolutely not. Did we make it work? Yes, we did. Guess what? Your house is a gas station, right? Really, your house is a gas station. Worst case scenario, you run out of fuel, drive up to someone's house, tell them you'll give them $50 for a tank of fuel, plug in your power cord, and you charge your car. That's worst case scenario. We'll figure it out. We'll sort it out. The solutions are coming. Chargers are being installed everywhere. I know it's not happening fast enough for some people, but it will happen at a greater and greater speed as more EVs are bought in your country. In May 2022, the price of lithium, a key metal for batteries, is 7 times higher than it was in early 2021. The price of cobalt and nickel has also risen. Now, the fortunate thing is here that all else being equal, if these prices remain at current levels, and assuming the war in Russia, Ukraine never ends, which it will, let's say the prices stay where they are, the cost of battery packs could increase by 15%, say the IEA. Now, this is great news because the cost, if it only increases by 15%, but energy density goes up by 50% plus, that means battery packs become significantly cheaper. Eventually, by 2030, almost all vehicle sales in the world will be electric. Why? Cost, price, demand, and realistically, most people aren't idiots. And they know when something's better, something is just better. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.